Alexis. Alexis. Yes, wrap your bright blonde Rapunzel hair all around my dick while I slap that booty like Ellen the hero Bubble Man. Up goes the reason and my life points. Damn, Lex, seriously, I need to get a new deck. You had me crying like Psy for a moment. That was an appropriate way to get my gang on. I pulled out my big ass cut like Elemental Hero Darkman. Hey Lex, when there was a time I stole sized glasses and pretended to be Professor Banner? Or the time that me and Bastion were fishing for pineapples? Or the time when Chumley's dad came to school and I slightly turned homosexual? That's a facade. That's a facade. You're sucking my dick? That's a facade. Yeah, that's right, Alexis. Alexis, get down there, get wild and dirty, play my little Karibos. You see, when I draw this card, Potter Greed is when I get two goes playing with my dual disc. Two goes playing with my dual disc. This is worse than the time I was fucking around on dual campus. I kept on stealing hamburgers from the cafeteria. And I told Sai he should go get at the lunch lady. I got 2 drinks on my balls like Zane. 2 drinks on my balls like Zane. You know, Alexis, by the way you're sucking my dick, I think I slightly think Chaz is better than me. I mean, think about it. His name's Chaz. Is that okay to ask you why you sucking me up? Oh, my bad, Lex. I can make it up to you. Remember that one time I took Cyrus to a carnival and he became my friend Ringman? Boop, boop. Hey, Teets, what's going on? Jaden used the class again. Oh, really? I'm with Cy. Cyrus is with me. He discussed Astro for sneaking in the door with the obelisk blue. Oh, really, Teets? Come talk to him. Don't hang up on me again, Jaden. What a drag. I don't know what's worse. Spiky hair or the fact that I'm too lazy to hump anymore. You know that song by Iaful65? I'm blue. What if you said agreed? Maybe that will be okay. Oh, I forgot to feed you? It's not my fault you got caught up in my sound possession. You want me to buy you something? I'll put a piece of my shirt in the sky and we'll go from there. No room for arguing. No room for arguing. You saw my shouter, right? You saw it approaching, right? What did it look like? Did it look like a hand or did it look like a dick? You saw my dick approaching and you still decided to do the match. So I put my hand in the air and say, I forfeit, but you still decided to come anyway. Whatever, Tamari. That's big sure to fan me off for your ninjutsu. Last time I fan off my dick while at it. You think I'm gonna buy you something? You're smoking like Asuma Sensei. I would call you fat like my best friend, but then I would get to beg you.
Play with, don't play him. Bullets flying, bet you they won't graze him, they'll K him. Jeezy wasn't good at math, he got that bag. How that nigga count them hundreds, they in the stack. Jeezy ain't the nigga you should play with, don't play him. Bullets flying, bet you they won't graze him, they'll K him. Jeezy wasn't good at math, he got that bag. How that nigga count them hundreds, they in the stack. Jeezy ain't the nigga you should play with on the gang. I had the house, I had these chains, I had to whisper for the fame. Why they speaking on my name like I don't bounce out on something? Niggas tough up on the net, but he ain't really bout nothing. Pop something, little nigga, get up in the field with it. I don't feel these little niggas, tell them free the real nigga, ayy. Yeah, we never turned down, yeah, we with all the smoke. Quiet, brazy, homie, bitch, I do the most. Bullets flying out the 40, make his body toast. The way my bitch suck the dick, she gagging moan. I'ma hit it like a dog, she on all foes. So much paper in my wallet, that bitch won't fall. Bitch, I'm icy, bitch, my diamonds on froze. If you ain't really from my section, don't call me bro. These niggas really ain't tough, they play with they nose. I got some young dumb niggas that's trained to go. Jeezy ain't the nigga you should play with, don't play him. Bullets flying, bet you they won't graze him, they'll K him. Jeezy wasn't good at math, he got that bag. How that nigga count them hundreds, they in the stack. Jeezy ain't the nigga you should play with, don't play him. Bullets flying, bet you they won't graze him, they'll K him. Jeezy wasn't good at math, he got that bag. How that nigga count them hundreds, they in the stack.
Yeah, I ain't the one, bitch, don't play with pigs. She jumped in, got mad, couldn't
way to please me. Look, don't watch me, homie, watch on Breezy. Cause she keep peeking like she see me on TV. This shit ain't come easy, but I make it look easy. Out of state hoes catching flights to come see me. Don't get your bucket ass car shot for creeping. Fuck around and get your noggin cracked like Easter. Know where I'm from, they see it on the cat. Hey, I'm the one putting on for the land. Who wish death upon me, homie, many men. They don't wanna see 7 thugs out the minivan. I just spent a couple bands on the fit, and he just spent a couple bands on the bitch. Yeah, we know your girl, she got ran by the click. Goes Glock, but it won't jam when I'm blaming this bitch.
Jeezy ain't the nigga you should play with, don't play him. Bullets flying, bet you they won't graze him, they'll K him. Jeezy wasn't good at math, he got that bag. How that nigga count them hundreds, they in a stack. Jeezy ain't the nigga you should play with, don't play him. Bullets flying, bet you they won't graze him, they'll K him. Jeezy wasn't good at math, he got that bag. How that nigga count them hundreds, they in a stack.
Now, it's true that in my series I've been dead a while, but I'll kill myself before I lose to a goddamn pedophile. And I doubt you know what statutory rape means, so I'll cut to the chase. At least my girl's 18. Couldn't get a girl your own age to fuck with you. You died in episode 8. That was karma catching up with you. No need for debate. In fact, I've had enough with you. You died and stayed dead. I was back in like a month or two. And I know you must be lonely in the afterlife. I was dead too, so I can relate to some degree. So I'll take spiral energy, make GT cannon, get killed by 17, and come and keep you company. Your whole life, what you wanted to be was free. Life above the surface is what you wanted to see, but at the end of the day, you got killed by a no-name. I guess that means that you're on the same level as me. All the shit I'm saying, I know is long overdue. All the shit I'm saying, I know is actually true, but for some strange reason, you seem to be in denial, so I'll believe in the me that doesn't believe in you. Spent your whole life underground in a grotto and got beat on. Wanna be Johnny Bravo, you're a peon, ain't even know the motto. You only kiss once, ask Keaton. And I know you're pissed off because you just got peed on by a monk half your height who knows kung fu. But at least you got tomorrow to look forward to. Oh wait, you died before the time skip. You never got the seat on. And when it comes to Yoko, you never got the seat in. Hit you with a fast break backwards, have some wheat thin, speed blitz. Hit you so fast you'll think you'll see twins, but it's actually Simone where the DBC keep in.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I bet you wanted merch too, but Gynex wasn't feeling you. You have to be memorable to have memorabilia. You got wax shades, you got... Sexy flexing nigga, in your dreams, put a shirt on. I refuse to lose to a dude who's lamer than Gohan. You got wax shades and lame back tats, a long ass blade. Amanda has a real strange knack for bad crusades, but ain't been laid. You get no ass. Can't breathe. The truth is that you got no swag, and if you think you do, your brain. The truth is that you got no swag, and if you think you do, your brain's dead when you thought that occurred. But if you ask who the hell I am, if you ask who the hell I am, I'ma beat that ass and say that I'm the man who you thought you were.
Damn.
That's it.
Okay.
Good shit, man. Good shit.
Good shit right there. Good up. Okay. Yeah,
All right.
Proud. You did us real video makers proud, bro.
Garbo, round one. Let's go, man.
All right, go, man. Let's go.
All right, go. Okay. All right. All the niggas hear the gunshots and pop goes the trigger. I come into the full scene full of big ass, call me the great. I can't believe you made it to the scene. You must be a kidder, cause you the most spotted ass nigga that I ever could consider. I don't know one nigga who claiming your clique. I don't know one nigga who watches your shit. Every time you was Goku's main bitch, you about to be a carcass that'll wind up in the ditch. Dude, you're more beat up than you could. Dude, you never beat anyone, not even Raditz. I'm starting to think that losing is one of your good habits. You weak as fuck, your techniques suck. You fight as if you got baby nuts. Goku style doesn't make you harder, it makes you a fighter. You the weakest of all the damn Z fighters.
Ooh.
You a pedophile because you always hung out with Gohan. I see the way you was looking at him. What kind of shit are you on? That's mad suspicious the way you have such a strong bond. You stay getting your ass kicked on planet Earth and beyond.
Ooh.
To think period, he was his finest series, he thought he was the man. Too bad this shit's a straight ripoff of the notorious Superman. How's the strongest human gonna beat in every episode? Frieza lifted one finger and made your whole body explode. You run for every battle still on Goku's shadow. You might as well give up because your hairline's starting to retreat. You never faced a character you could ever defeat. And so that's the reason why you decided to challenge me. It took you several years to grow some goddamn hair. Now I wonder how long it's taking you to grow a fucking pair.
Ooh.
I mean, really, that's where you rank at. Because whoever you fight is always a mixed match. You think you top tier because you destructive disc? Gurren Lagann stole spirit. Why is every time you toss, it's always hit and miss? Dude, you're ugly ass looking wannabe ass Buddha. When you're facing me, you're facing a sharpshooter. So when I spit these bars, you know they'll go right through you. Dude, you're the definition of a curious spirit, greatest flaw. One pinch to punch my face will break your whole fucking jaw. I rapidly bust my guns, thus creating a smoke storm. In front of your future wife, you let her get absorbed. How sad is it when your cowardice is your everyday norm? My brother died, you couldn't imagine all the things that I've seen. The only girl you got with is since you was 18. Ooh. The only reason you was created because you was a cannon-ass spotter. If you thought you was someone important, don't even bother. You died a hero and came back a hero, that doesn't even sound proper. Another reason you was created, you was Goku's main tool, because that nigga was too bland, so they needed a fool. And then they look at you, that Goku had such a bitch to duel. You think you an asset? Well, seriously, what have you done? At least in my series, I defeated enemies when I was real young.
Damn.
Okay. I like that right there. Good shit, man. Great battle. All right.
Try to speak into the microphone that's close to me, as opposed to having it on the other side of my desk. Thus continues the saga of Will Teching figure out how to properly use his new microphone. Stay tuned to find out. The action is really ramping up. Okay, so from what I understand, we have received some new...
Look at those written Lynn. Oh my god, there's a Victor. I love that. Say hi. Hi.
The Stardust Crusade of Tekken 101. Now this is a very, fucked up story about me, the mother of my child, Erica, who was formerly known as Barry. A funny story of how I met her at FanMake 2018. C is Polka Dots Cosplay. C is the reason we have Victor Valentino, and C is the reason why the anime community is oblivious to who I truly am as a person. I am truly powerful on two anime characters, height, level, and understanding. I am just as powerful as Jared, and I regenerate like Akaza, and I was supposed to make a full-fledged video of two people who represent me in the anime community. I am Jared and Akaza, Lily. The two people who represent me most of the anime community is going to be a future video. Lily not too far up ahead, but Lily far enough. So what ended up happening was, who is Tekken 101? Tekken 101 was one of my sons. My son before I had a son. My son that could think. My son that could talk. My son that could walk on his own. It was kind of funny. I knew he fit the stereotype of the majority of anime fans. My best friend Andre Stalling, aka Peter. I call him Peter on my channel. But Andre used to work at a dollar store. And I knew Tekken worked at a dollar store as soon as I lived in their hood. He was allies to videos like, hey, you like Killua? I'm like, oh, this guy's really cool. I hope he's talking to me. Yeah, I know how to do all that. Yeah, I'm a grown man. It was horrible. You don't understand how much I was belittling him, but he used to be my best friend. You don't understand. I met him around the same time as Mr. Enter, and when I watched Mr. Enter, it was that time where I had a shitload of shake, literally a bag full of fucking weed, literally just watching video on top of video. So I was watching Mr. Enter, and I started taking. Had a couple of, stories about One Piece that I was interested at the time because I was getting into a One Piece community at the time. Who introduced me to a One Piece community was King of Lightning, because I was getting bored. I was wanting somebody who had decent editing to explain what was the hype about. I think this is all boring. So what happened was, literally, King of Lightning introduced me like the One Piece series. He's the one who introduced me to Raphael. He's the one who told me that there was something in the end. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, literally, and all the other shit. Tekken was cool because he talked about all the animes. I liked his Bleach addiction, and he really explained a lot about really my interest in Bleach in high school, like, you know, the Fullbring saga. I thought it wasn't really cool, but he actually brought it to light about it. The thing I like about anime is that there's multiple people who can line you about different things that happen in anime. Like my friend Eddie told me Lily about Lily how they actually meant something, and but he clarified it about Lily. Matthew, aka Taken 101, clarified it in a completely different way. And you know what's crazy? Me and Matthew actually say our birthdays. Lily, my birthday is April 24th, and he is 3 years older than me. Guess what happens when I dodge the sexual assault charge? It comes time to my birthday, they want to pull out popular shit. Lily, I get to see all his subs and all his fucking feedback, and I get to look at the fact that I get pussy. Really fucking sucks, right? You don't understand. I was getting high, fucking Lily, going to the fucking dog store, going home, watching him talking shit about the 4Kids stuff. Literally, he was pretending I was there and shit. He was referencing me in videos like, why doesn't this guy talk about me? I'm sorry. But literally, you don't understand how cool I was at the time, literally. What I was dealing with, like, literally, my high standards, I believed him. I used to consider him, like, literally, my ego, my everything. I can't believe this guy talking about Shaolin Showdown, like, literally. He even did, literally, something that I would do, literally. He did Death to Kid versus Coyote Stark. If you don't know, Stark is the #1 inspired from Bleach, the guy with the fur coat, literally with the shooter. If you don't know, Corey stole my line in the air rail. I tried to defend Stark in the chat, and Jason was like, I didn't like Stark. Literally, Stark was fucking lame and stuff like that. I'm like, Jason, you're tripping. He's balling with a fur coat and chain. He's like, that nigga was lame. He missed every single shot. And so Troy ended up using my bar for a battle. And it was crazy because literally the whole time I was listening to Tech and Lily talking about every single character, literally going into full depths about Nami's boobs. It was crazy because I was listening to all this and I was like, this is stupid. Like, literally, this is bullshit. This shit is funny to me, but fucking you don't understand why I was using him as a fucking tool. I was a very fucking cruel person back then. All I did was consider him something to fucking watch down. Like, yo, you're the only one in the anime community that's funny. Now we're going like, Lily. And I'm like, okay, well, you already made it. I'm like, I think what you're doing is gay because I used to make your mistake and you're making the same mistake that I did a lot. Lily, you're what happens when people listen to Naruto openings too much and expect not to really go to a fucking mental hospital. It was me in the anime community. If I kept on grinding without trying to get a connection, that's why it took him 10 years in order to get in a decent place in the anime community. He was only having like literally 4,000 subs at most, for everybody else was at literally 36K and up. And he was literally doing debates and debate. He was still behind. He was even cosplaying for his videos. I'm like, man, this anime community is full of shit. It's not anything that I want to get into. I pick and choose when I want to be analytical, and that's what pisses nerds off. So what ended up happening was this, like literally, I've had 2 conversations with Matthew about touching my girls. One was when I played them. 2 was when literally a storyline was established. What was absolutely total and like literally the most maniacal BS I've ever fucking had to deal with was literally I had to deal with fucking Polka literally trying to figure out how the fuck am I going to get money to support the fucking kid in any fucking way. What ended up happening, it was a funny story how Erica ended up meeting my family. At Family 2018, I ended up piping her. I thought I didn't grab her ass, but I grabbed her ass actually by gravity. If you don't know, when you get older, literally, if something wants to happen, it's gonna happen. Like I accidentally fucking slapped on Toonz ass one time when we were on our way to fucking smoke. And he's like, bruh, I kept on telling you. No, but seriously, I thought I didn't grab anything, but all of a sudden I felt juice. So like literally, me and her fucked in the bathroom. And out comes this thing, which she's pretending to be a fucking adult, talking about multiple fast food restaurants. And she ends up meeting my grandma out of nowhere. So you guys will know my grandma's name is Mary Ann. And so her original name is Mary, but what ended up happening is she ended up informing my family behind my back and Lily about how she's about to have the kid. And so she went up to my grandma. She's like, hi, my name's Mary. And she's like, your name is Mary? She's like, yes. And she's all like, I need you to change your name. He's like, wait, no, why? She's like, this family is full of shit. Well, Lily is what's going on. I need you to change your name, but only costs $100. So what ended up happening is he was figuring out ways to how to get the shit. So you know how I play. I don't give a fuck about the kid for anything because I know the kid is me. And so like literally, fucking what ended up happening is literally resources came anyway. So she ended up hacking my YouTube subscriptions. She ended up, you know, going out with Matthew for a little bit. I think she might set up a dude here and there, but she literally get somebody with property. So it's literally fucking. She hacked literally his YouTube account. Lily got some money out of him and Lily left him behind, and he ended up wanting pussy, and he ended up Lily almost having multiple sexual assault charges on my girl. And Lily, he came back to me like, hey, what's up, dude? And Lily, so this is me when I'm in high school. If I finally made it, if I need a connection, I fuck up with somebody to almost an unforgivable point. And so I'm all like, I'm not speaking to you again. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, what you're doing is lame. It's not the fact that I care, but you did something like Lily extreme for the timeline, but I don't go by timeline anymore because I'm what you call foolish shit. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, all I do is think about my hot girls and my success and think about Lily, everything I worked hard for. The only reason why I don't go critically insane is because I play by a rule book and they tried to bend the rules and shit. So I had to deal with years on end of them bending the rules. So I lost the so-called thing called passion. Lily, I don't do any of the work that you fucking do for yourself to get a so-called name unless it's a guarantee. Oh, I'll do the same amount of work as you if I know there's something at the end. Lily, I don't believe in this thing called fasting. I don't believe in a journey anymore. I believe in this thing called work. I work just as hard as you if I know there's gonna be something in the end. And Lily, on a Paisley wall, this, that, why don't you give me a shout out? Why don't you give me a shout out? First off, you have more subs than me any fucking way, because he really knew how fucking little subs are at heart. Lily, he wanted me. Take a while, wanted me to give him a shout out. Like, yo, I talk to this guy every day. I try to tell him, you're too excited, you have no self-control. You're just like me while I'm thinking about Tristan Junior High, but with fucking One Piece. Lily. And so it came down to it, Lily, I gave your baby amount of money, you're still not respecting me? I'm like, yes. Like, Lily, damn right. I'm sorry. Lily, you don't understand, like, Lily, damn right. It's not the fact that you're perfectly human. You're just like me when I'm in high school, therefore I consider you lame. He's like, what do you mean? Like, Lily, this and that. I'm like, you don't get, Lily, I must benefit Lily. For the fucking shit that you do, you should be number one. And this is why I don't like this world. It's why I don't give a fuck about you. So it got down to the part where Matthew Lily even tried to get at Bria. So last year was Lily better than Edge grade 2 for a really, really good reason. I got to Lily express the fact that I was a gang log in. Now, not only did I get to play with one of the gangs I've created, like Class 1A, which is based on my old high school, I also got to understand that Lily, he was still looking for a shout out, and I was serving the anime community for making the Zofia video alone, especially when I dropped Delulu. He was on Delulu, he was on my Nas playlist, but nothing was, excited because I presented Nas the same way as the cringe community. What I did was I presented it in a way where I talked the video where I was informed about the series, but the series was already interesting, so it didn't matter. So what ended up happening was King of Lightning, Lily, was talking to me, Lily, they're all talking to me, Lily, this is thing like Lily, where a grown man can't fucking talk to you like how they want to, so it's like, Lily, they rely on other people, like, Lily, hey, tell that guy I said what's up. Yeah, King of Lightning was talking to me, they were all talking to me, fucking Anime Balls, Steve definitely was talking to me, even before I gave him a shot, they all knew who I was, as everybody sees my videos, but nobody cares about me because they know how shitty their community is, so everybody previous things, like, Natsusaku was there, Natsusaku was always there, they always, like, Lily, say what's up to me, you have to understand. So all people who have it on paper, and I only had 300 at the time, they treat me like the heavyweight because Lily, my nods is like, Lily, how I carry myself. And it got down to a point where I had to talk to Matthew myself about what happened to Bree. I had to walk up the stairs with the mob boss I was, Lily. It got down to a point where last year it was definite, and that was one of the things that you can't really fucking diss about last year. A lot of people say that Lily, it was stupid, like Lily, everything was better because Lily last year was completely inside, and like Lily, what ended up happening is I ended up having to check Lily, I ended up having to check Matthew because I do have a good relationship with him, and now that I realized it was Bree, I forgot about poker at the time. That's how full of shit I am. Lily, for this is a brand new thing. I'm looking at Bree right because I just became Sasuke on the fucking streets of Lily. I just walked down the street like Lily, me and Bree just got close together, and now all nowhere this rumor comes out, and I hear that Matthew's trying to grab her fucking button, so I come upstairs, I put my ring on, and I start talking to Matthew. Now that was Lily one of the highlights. The thing I like about that is that's what life is as a whole. That's why I focus on that, and that's why I kept on striving. You have to understand that Lily fucking, he was stalking me, he was stalking me, you have to understand Lily. So I never feel insecure about Lily what anybody says and shit. But I forgave Matthew over time, and I am planning on trying to make a Nons character, maybe, in the DG Beyblade universe, him and Nux. I'm trying to put him and Nux in the DG Beyblade movie.
On the coat to compliment the shirt. Cup on my jeans with Pumas on my feet. And baby was looking like some work.
And I'm trying to be 9 to 5 in between them sheets. You look good with your hair up, I like it better down. She here to play her up every time I come to town. Told her if she stayed down, I just might put you on. Then she FaceTime just to show me what she putting on. She embraced her flaws and I embraced them too. She looked me in my eyes, said what you wanna do. Cause she love when a player get a smug on. Then she need somebody late night that she could hug on. Oh baby, let a real boy put you on. You can take it off or you can keep it on. Tell me what you want and you know I get it. All this money on me good, you know I get it. Oh baby, I just need a second. No, it won't even take a minute. Once I get your attention, girl, I know you with it. I bet you gon' wanna tell your friends how we did it. Oh, Hail Mary, go be with it. I'ma wake up or sleep in it. Real boy gang, girl, you know we on. And she let her way, we be with it. Hey, Hail Mary, go be with it. I'ma wake up or sleep in it. Real boy gang, girl, you know we on. And she let her way, we be with it.
Flag City stepping out, you know I'm truly down. A couple chains on the gold tees to compliment my smile. Little baby see me flexing, say she like my style. Hey, I'm a real boy, no Steve, but we living wild. Ballin' like some all-stars, I came in with my team. Hella blue hundreds in the safe, and a couple green. She pulled me to the side and say she wanna speak. Motivation, a little comprehension, all she really need. Tell the kid what's on your mind so I won't have to guess. A real finesse, or I introduce you to this check. She started kissing on my neck, then went out to my chest. Move your panties, flip your dress up, you could leave on the rest. She salutin', say I'll show you how to blow stacks. Take you on a shopping spree, Fifth Avenue, we hit sacks. Ooh, Hail Mary, go deep with it. Tell her if she piss that thing, go off, I'll run it back.
Ooh, baby, let a real boy put you on. You can take it off or you can keep it on. Tell me what you want and you know I get it. All this money on me good, you know I get it. Ooh, baby, I just need a second. No, it won't even take a minute. Once I get your attention, girl, I know you with it. I bet you gon' wanna tell your friends how we did it.
Girl, you know we on. So I'm tryna get it and it's late and your show is on. Turn that thing over, I'ma get it while your show is on. And when that thing over, then you know it's on. I ain't playing with you, I do it to you, I show you how I do it. I go deep with it, I do my thing with it, wake up, fall asleep in it.
I bet you gon' wanna tell your friends how we did it. Oh, Hail Mary, go be with it. I'ma wake up or sleep in it. Real boy gang, girl, you know we on. And she let her way, we be with it. Hey, Hail Mary, go be with it. I'ma wake up or sleep in it. Real boy gang, girl, you know we on. And she let her way, we be with it.
Livid makes me livid like a spirit. I can hear it and nature it and mature it just like milk, silk and everything. Society built have them listening to Queen, knowing I am the king. We all suffer from an economy with low self-esteem. Gangsters believe in cream, nerds believe in coffee. We all pretend to have friends and act hard, but we're really just a softie. We all grew up on butter toast, but we all know who knows the most, and everyone cheats and stalks and pretends to roast, pretend to go coast to coast, but a stereotypical black girl says we do the most.
It's just like rocket science, fucking bitches of the finest. You are plus and I am minus. Your girl I touch because I am Midas. It's just like rocket science, fucking bitches of the finest. You are plus and I am minus. Your girl I touch because I am Midas.
The rivalry in Vegas. Okay, so if you guys don't know about Shosuke Academy, this kind of ties into Shosuke Academy, but not really, you know. If you didn't know, there's a little spin-off series that happens in real life where literally my friend Arturo, aka Robert, goes out with this girl named Christina, who I pulled at a convention. And literally fucking, the funny thing about it is this, so we literally had a dilemma about literally basically fighting over Christina. I already made an upload about this, about literally how literally fucking about how she has cakes and shit, and it was hella funny. But what Robert forgot to realize is that I already have a girl in Vegas with the same build as Christina, which is why it's the funniest shit. So here's how the story goes, really. I already I already pulled this girl named Amy at level up. The first one I went to, so it was hella funny. So Amy was literally, she was cosplaying as Itachi. I grabbed her. It was an accident when I grabbed her. Literally fucking like literally, all of a sudden like literally, the laws of Mother Nature. My hand was on her ass. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay there. It was funny because it was at the time when they were trying to tempt me to do this shit. Like literally, it was a time where I stopped. Like literally, where I stopped doing it for literally fucking months and shit. So literally, what happened was literally fucking my hand was on her, and literally they wanted me to do it again. I'm trying to keep the show up and like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay there. It was an accident when I grabbed her. Dog, but this shit was fat and that shit was juicy. That was the best accident ever. So anyway, I go to Level Up Expo the next year, and there's this girl who's cosplaying as Envy, and so our crew's favorite anime is Full Metal Alchemist. So literally, she was cosplaying as my favorite character from Full Metal Alchemist because I was already famous. And so when I met her, literally freaking my arms around her and shit, we looked like we had perfect chemistry and shit. So literally, but I already knew our friend that she was being saved from my boy Arturo. So literally, fucking, I'm like, okay, so everything fucking connected and shit like that. So literally, it was so fucking funny because it came down to it. Like, I made another upload about him and Christina. This is basically his fucking trilogy. The new fucking dilemma is he thinks that I'm literally freaking anxious to tap that ass. He thinks that literally I'm looking at that juicy piece of shit, and he thinks I want to tap that. Well, I'm trying to tell him I have a girl in Vegas already with the same build as her. This is the funniest shit ever. So basically, I'm like, dude, I already have a Christina. This shit was hella fucking funny. And so what happened was literally after rumor got out there she was getting done with this shit, literally there was a rumor that she was about to pass it to me, and literally because I'm being nice and shit, I keep on telling her to stop acting like a fucking gangster, and this shit was hella fucking funny. The funny thing about this situation is a lot of people try to get into situations but can't. Arturo is one of the few for many people that can actually replace me, and that is why this is the funniest shit ever, because this is literally this is my own word, and this nigga still thinks that he's in high school. I keep on trying to tell him this shit is hella fucking funny. Acting too gangster, Lily. This and that, Lily. I make fun of him every time he thinks about this shit, because he doesn't know that Amy exists. So Lily, every time he thinks about me, potentially fucking Christina, I'm like, I'll be making fun of him. I'll be trying to guess where he tries to say in his head and shit. I'm like, this nigga probably wondering what the fuck I'm about to do to her. This nigga about to think I'm about to be all up in the ass. He really do. He sees my arm around her shit. This nigga thinks I'm about to fuck that shit up.
Modern Mark Productions.
He's probably imagining ripping her ass right now. So recently, I've been hearing that he's been kissing her ass metaphorically. He's like, no, I can't. I'm not gonna let Eris do this. That nigga is willing to do anything and everything to stop this shit from happening. This is I'm just trying to, like, you know, fuck. This shit was literally, I was trying to tell him over and over again, like, dude, I have so many other girls, I don't need Christina, it's okay, you don't have to worry. But he was so paranoid because of the way he fucking treats her, and this is the funniest fucking shit. Like, literally fucking, no, but like, literally, it got out of hand. At first it was a joke, but it really got out of hand, because he already had bad history with her. But at the same time, you gotta understand, like, literally freaking, he literally thinks like this, oh no, I gotta do something quick, thank God I have a personality. This shit is hella fucking funny. It's fucking crazy, because there is like, literally, me loving Arturo as a person is 100% reason why she fucks with him, but at the same time, you gotta understand, like, nigga, he be pushing it hella much, like, with her, literally, he be buying her 40, he can chew, and, oh, fuck, I did it again. But in actuality, like, literally, I'm looking forward to our rivalry. I'm looking forward to me and AB facing him and Christina. I'm really looking forward to that. And that is literally, some crazy shit, but the way he's been acting is crazy, because literally what happens is sometimes when I play Storm, he will resort to some other shit in order to win, just to impress her. And C sees right through this shit, and I am fucking dying. Literally. I'm about to understand this shit. I was trying to take advantage of the situation, but literally fucking, what happened was, I ended up literally fucking say, yo, it's okay. And then he starts getting fucking paranoid because literally, what happened was literally freaking, he's like, don't think I'm gonna go easy on you and shit. So we start playing Storm and shit. And literally what happens is he starts resorting to doing faggot shit online that fucking Seymour would do. And literally fucking, I'm like, dude, don't be hella gay and shit like that. So literally, me and him start fighting and shit. So you know how I go, Goku sometimes is fucking Storm, how I start doing some amazing ass gameplay that defies the rest of the media. Literally, he took advantage of the fact that I'm like, okay, bro, chill and shit like that. So I start going like easy on him, and then he literally takes advantage of the situation. He starts hopping up and down like Seymour. I'm like, what? Literally, this and that's literally, I'm fucking with him so literally. So I go on the Goku mode on him. I start fucking Arturo up. I go from a red health bar and I take 2 of his health bars, and that shit is hella fucking funny because literally fucking, I'm like, dude, cut it out and shit like that. So literally, you know, I always do that to Arturo and Storm, and that shit is hella fucking funny. Like he was going to cheating and shit like that in front of Christina, but then the last time literally freaking, he's like, oh no, I can't do this. I have to do this real. So when he tried to do it right, he tried too hard. It was like literally, he's making the same mistakes I made in high school. Literally, he had good intentions. Like he's doing good, but literally, he's too paranoid. And that's what I'm saying. It's unhealthy. You care too much about the situation. You have to understand that. Literally, I want to clarify this from like you. I already have other hoes and shit like that. But literally, that one specifically, that shit. He thinks I have something for that one specifically because the way her ass is shaped and shit like that, and I feel it 100%. But I already have a girl shaped just like that. This is why this is. And it was crazy as fucking Lily. So what happened was Lily, he tried too hard at Lily. So instead of cheating, he was ordered to go at 150% and shit. It was hella funny. And Lily, so I was like, dude, calm down and shit like that. It's just a video game. Like, Lily, you're fucking crazy. Like, he was doing whatever to keep that ass around him. I'm like, you like, bro, it's like, Lily, that's where you're fucking gut, basically. You know, you got what I'm saying? Like, Lily, freaking, like, the compassion and shit. Like that factor in, but I'm gonna try to tell you, fucking, this shit's hella fucking made you freaking. She already had like a power stronger in him and some more shit. But Lily, I'm trying to tell you, like, that's the thing about freaking Vegas though. Like Lily, I've met them both in Vegas. That's the funny shit. So Christina, like, she contributes to Showstay Academy because, like, Lily, freaking, she was one out of the many that didn't give me her number. You get what I'm saying? Like. So Lily, so that meant a whole bunch of things. That definitely meant the confirmation of her and Arturo. That definitely meant a whole lot of things, like some reverse psychology. You know, that was a lot of things happened between me and Christina and shit like that. But he is so terrified. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. But he hasn't even met like Amy yet. And literally fucking, so this literally freaking Amy, freaking Christina pictures going off throughout the video. This is really heat. Trying to let you know. So if you want to know where I get the style from, this is a style I was actually gonna save for the channel. I was trying to bring this style in season 3. Season 3 is confirmed. If you want to know a couple of videos, Tim the Deleghetto. There was an Asian guy named Tim my freshman year. He's gonna get his own video. Okay, so Edward Lily, the one I mentioned in season 1, is gonna be for season 3. So Lily freaking, you know, there was some whole other shit, you know, Uncle Jay versus Anti-Brother Itachi is also reserved for season 3. So here's what season 3 is gonna be about. Season 3 is gonna be the best season. When it comes to Lily, what it's gonna do is like, okay, so season 2 isn't over if you were wondering about season 2, but season 2, you know, it's still got, you know, kind of a chunk left, but you know, anyway, what happened was this, season 2 had a theme and season 1 had a theme. So season 3, I'm gonna mix the two themes together. So season 2 was all about storytelling, and literally some other aspects, some more interesting aspects of my life. Not really haymakers like Justin, but people like Jamal, like literally just interesting stories, like in general, literally some really controversial stories. That's what season 2 was all about, like literally. So, but season 1 was pure comedy and like literally, and also not just life lessons, but how to see through reverse psychology. That was a heavy theme about season 1, but literally season 3 is about to be both intertwined. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna mix my hood voice a little bit more with a little bit of the Teen Titans voice again, and so you have to understand that. Lily. So that hood style I was using throughout the Thai video was gonna be the new, you know, style for like season 3. You know, wherever I was gonna make the R2 video, I wasn't gonna go back to my square voice again. I was gonna literally use this hood voice. So season 3, every R2 video for season 3, I'm gonna use that hood voice. and that is the theme for season 3. Season 3 won't really be the stories themselves, but it's going to be literally how I portray the stories. They're going to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to the delivery. Like, it's going to be actual hip-hop dialogue instead of me literally being Robin from Teen Titans Go telling a story. Like, literally, it's going wherever delivery is going to actually match the story, which is like literally gonna be, I think it's gonna be a plus. Literally, I know there was some mad controversial videos in that one very, very dark video I made, but let's not talk about that. So literally freaking, so I'm just like, you know, I don't get lost in that stuff. That's why I automatically came back with the Teen Titans voice. You know, I'm always respectful, but that hood voice is gonna come in and out of season 3 in order to tell the story better. So you have a lot to look forward to in season 3, but this season 2 is also great. So if you want my honest opinion, season 1 is better than season 2 for me, but season 2 is about to have a really good comeback. I'm just talking about so far. I'm talking about there's gonna be some really deep stories that you haven't seen yet. So what happens is that season 2 is at its climax. So really, you have to understand that with season 2, you know, there's gonna be some heavy uploads. So it's not gonna be done just yet. But what's gonna make season 3 more impactful is, I'm gonna let you know, so don't get your hopes up at the story itself. It's how the story is going to be told and how it's gonna be presented. So that is literally, and the topics of the story are gonna be a little interesting too. So I'm mixing the two things together for season 3, so you have a lot to, you know, look forward to. So this is Blue Treats. So this is a video about the rivalry between me, Arturo, and 2 girls I met from Vegas. And like literally, I really hope you like that hood style and you gonna get, you know, playing more of that guy in season 3. All right, this is Blue Tricks, and I'm out.
Baby, this that fast life, ayy. I put you in design and get that bag right, ayy. I ain't nothing like it last time. I put you on a jet on a late flight, ayy. Baby, can you act right? Yeah. Baby, can you act right? Yeah. I just wanna know some. Can you pull up on me? Can you throw some? Ayy. Lately I've been running, tryna get my bag up, tryna blow on this. Ayy. Shawty, you fine. I just wanna hit your line up. If you make some time, I promise you be mine. I keep that heat. Got out of hunter, pull up in that Benz. Yeah, they on us. Remember I was down. I ain't the one around. Yeah, fast life. I put you in design and get that bag right. Ayy. I ain't nothing like it last time. I put you on a jet on a late flight. Ayy. Baby, can you act right? Yeah. Baby, can you act right? Yeah. Niggas lame. I promise that we ain't the same. It's fair game. I promise I'll say no names. I keep the thing. I swear to God we let it bang. We walk up, nigga, and that's coast rain. My last bitch, she wasn't on my side. New bitch, I know she down the ride. And she fucking with me.